Hello everyone, I am Tejal Savathe and today I would be presenting slides for information on the construction project execution monitoring and control project, which was the Astronomy Exhibition Center. So in this project, we studied the site layout and its analysis was done. So here is the visualization done using building information modeling, that is BIM, where the four blocks A, B, C, D and the central planetarium area of the project can be seen. This project is currently under construction, and below here the views of the cement storage and labor camps and the contractor's office, which are away from the main site area, can be seen. On the right is the quantity takeoff done using BIM for the different materials of the temporary structures on site, and the total cost amounts to 26,69,000. It includes the basic rates, labor and overheads. Next is the path of travel analysis done using BIM, where the existing site was studied and it was found that certain distances between certain locations like the contractor's office and the site area were quite long, and this has been optimized in the layout on the right, where the new locations have been suggested for the contractor's office and other such functions, so that the time could be reduced and lesser distance will need to be traveled. This was done with the help of Revit, and the reduction achieved in the first case, like the from the contractor's office to the site, was around 55% in time and distance. Next topic studied is pore planning. Here, set allocation was done for the materials of formwork like the MS plates, beam ply, and column ply. The sets were allocated, and this was done with on the basis of whether backpropping was done or not, and also the repetitions made for each of the materials have been mentioned. Furthermore, the concreting activity has been studied, where the concrete quantity and cost analysis is done. The slab and column quantity was calculated and the beam quantity was found out using BOQ, and here we can see the total cost that it comes to around 99 lakhs 39,000. It was also seen that the RMCs that would be required for the activity were sufficient. Next is the contract administration. Here, the contractor's claim process was studied with the help of a flowchart, and it was seen that 14 days are available for notice issuance, 30 days for detailed claim statement, and 30 days for the authority's response. One of the claims which was granted in real time was the EOT for the COVID-19 pandemic, which was 5 months extension which was granted. And also it was observed that there is no proper contract administration procedure on site, and hence it has been suggested as per the flow chart on the right, which also includes the appointment of a contract administrator. Also, it was seen that there was absence of the escalation of prices clause, which we suggest that should be added. Next, in quality management, the linear responsibility chart was studied to understand the roles and responsibilities of the stakeholders. So here in the chart, it can be seen that the different responsibilities like the primary responsibility, joint responsibility, must be consulted, etc. 1, 2, 3, that's how they have been numbered for each of the different activities related to quality. Some of the suggestions that we have as per observations on site was that the requirements of QA/QC plan should be met in a better manner, and there is high responsibility for quality for the senior quality engineer, and he should have a junior quality engineer under him to assist him in the work. Next, job hazard analysis was studied, where electrical instances which were dangerous were found. So, for example, in the atrium area, there were unguarded electrical panels and randomly placed electrical wires, and it's been suggested that safety signages should be put and wiring should be raised to a particular height. Also, there's a suggestion for the distributory panels to be placed along the periphery of the site instead of at the center. There was also a hazard where there was no barricading around the meter room on site, and this needs to be done. And also PPE control needs to be taken with the help of using rubber PPE kit. Next is the material management, where ABC and HML analysis was done for the materials. ABC analysis includes materials of A, B, and C class, where A class is the materials with the highest cost and have to be tightly controlled. B have lesser cost than A and less tightly controlled, and C have the least. So from the graph, it can be seen it is steeper for A class as compared to B and C. And also reinforcement and structural steel are the A class materials. Their unit cost is less, but overall cost is very high, and hence any reduction in unit cost, if it's obtained, then there would be a huge saving. And then coming to HML analysis, HML stands for high, medium, and low. And the range of high, medium, and low talks about the unit cost of the materials. Here, H class is the polished Kota stone, and for H class materials, security is required as the loss of even a small quantity causes a huge loss. The next is the cost management, which was studied, and here we are talking about the management information system, where different MPCS formats, that is management planning and control system formats, were studied, like the schedule of construction program and schedule of invoice. The figure on the right shows the schedule of invoice for the actual and planned. It was seen that many activities in actual happened earlier than planned for the period which we tracked. It can be seen from the S curves, the green and the yellow ones. Also, the MPCS format was studied for the schedule of labor, and the SCR format, that is the system compliance report format, was done for the reconciliation statement, that is the client's invoice versus the certification value. Next is lean construction, where value stream mapping was studied. It is a lean tool to identify waste in any process and to minimize the wastes. So the casting of ground floor concreting activity was studied for D block, and a current state map was prepared, where activities value adding and non-value adding were seen, and the non-value activities were of MUDA 1 or MUDA 2 type. These wastage was reduced and a future state map was done. It was reduced using lean techniques like Kaizen, Kanban, FIRES, and time motion study. And the whole activity, which actually ended on 9:23 p.m., it was seen by reducing the wastage it could be ended 4 hours earlier. So now coming to the conclusion of site planning and analysis, the existing layout was studied using BIM, and the new layout was suggested using plus delta, that was understood, and the path of travel analysis. BIM was helpful in visualizing and quantity takeoff. Planning and scheduling, in this, the set allocation and repetitions were studied, and the total concrete requirement and cost were found, and it was found that the RMC had enough capacity for supplying as per requirement on site. Next is the contract administration, where claims were studied, and a contract administration procedure as well as checklist were suggested. In quality management, the linear responsibility chart were studied for clear understanding of roles and responsibilities, and it was seen that project in charge and senior quality engineer had a big role to play. Safety management, electrical hazards were seen, and engineering, administrative, and PPE control measures were suggested. In material management, the ABC and HML analysis was done for inventory management, and the highest total cost material was reinforcement, and highest unit cost material was Kota stone. In management information systems, the MPCS and SCR formats were studied, and an S curve was made to understand the actual versus planned schedule of invoice. And in lean construction, in value stream mapping, waste reduction was attempted, and here the current state map was made and future state map was suggested, where NVA time was reduced by 72% and the cycle time was reduced by 4 hours. Thank you.